Man. Said I wasn't fit to do it, but I might do it. Let me step off in the set, let me motherfucking rap. Yes, it be that boy. Hold on, gotta hit my square. Alright. So we got this tight-ass sports talk show. It's called Uncensored Sports Talk, and we bring the flow. Man, here it goes. We're talking Dallas Cowboys. We're talking Dallas Mavericks and the Texas Rangers, too. Maybe some MMA, maybe some boxing, because we put it down every motherfucking day, every time we come on, every time we fucking climb. I'm good.
Yeah! Yo! Yo, you know you got Blake in this motherfucker, got to get it croaked. We got the Migos in this bitch, you know the motherfuckers poked. You wanna suck the motherfuckers, smoke them like some skunk, and we don't give a damn, but baby, best to feel the funk. It's Uncensored Sports Talk in this hole, and you know, all them bitches looking at us, and they got that glow, and we like, let's roll, and you know how we go. You got Blake through the roll and rock, and let's go. Oh, hey! Get crunk, get up, let's go. Woo! What's going down? Many things to talk about today. Many things. Ryan, get them going. Let's go.
Well, this is Uncensored Sports Talk, episode, like, a whole bunch.
That's right.
And, it is December 9th, 2018.
Yes, sir.
We are about 1 hour and 30 minutes away from our Week 14 matchup, the Dallas Cowboys, the NFC East leading Dallas Cowboys.
Let's go.
We're about to go up against the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're at 6-6. We're at 7-5, and this game right here might as well be our Super Bowl, because if they win, they're back in it.
That's right. You're 100% on, and that's the thing is, like, there is no love, zero love in this game.
There's
right
no
here.
love lost.
Ain't no love lost. Hot damn. We don't like the Eagles. They do not like us. This is a big one. You know how bad they want to take the Cowboys out the driver's seat? At the divisional driver's seat right now? You know how bad they want to? You know how bad they hate us? Shit. They're going to be coming wrong.
Oh, speaking of that, some backup kicker for them this week came out talking shit about us.
Wow.
Yeah. He said, I don't remember exactly, but something along the lines of, I'm not worried about it. Dallas is choke artists. They're going to choke.
Wow.
And it was funny. So a couple days later, somebody from the media asked Dak Prescott what he thought about that. And he's like, Jason Garrett he says, Coach Garrett has this saying. He said, winners win and losers think about what the winners are doing.
Damn right. And that's actually, I read that quote. And that is so right, though, Which brings me to the point of something that we were talking about, which is our feelings on Jason Garrett, right?
Oh.
So right off the bat, I'll tell you, I will tell you this, that this was the first year to where I finally said, shit, man, maybe we do need to make a change. Before we got Cooper, I was really worried. I was, but okay. Obviously you watch our previous shows. I like Jason Garrett. I like his style. And I think it finally came together. He just didn't have the pieces to do it. And there was a lot of mistakes that were made, But now that the pieces are there, he's showing what he can do as a head coach. And I think he can be very successful. He has been. And he will continue to be. And I think Cowboys going to Super Bowl. But that's my thoughts on it.
I will say, on the Jason Garrett topic, and you know me, bro. I've always been a Jason Garrett supporter.
I know it.
And, okay, so
nothing wrong with that.
I hear all the shit that's talked all across the nation on all the different ESPN, Fox Sports 1, everything. Good Morning America, whatever.
Right.
Or football, I mean. And they all say that he's not this and he's not that and he doesn't do this and he doesn't do that. What I'll say to you is we're winning ball games, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And yeah, so here's what people will come back to me and say. They'll say that he's exactly 500 for his whole career, his whole tenure. Yeah, exactly. With not all the pieces in place.
Right. And that's the thing is, like, we finally got there.
And now we have all the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And then then other people will tell you, they'll say, oh, Jason Garrett's scheme doesn't work. It's outdated. It's old-timey. This is not 1993. To you, I say, shut your mouth, because we got the athletes.
Yeah.
And That's what his system works off of, is man beat man. That's what we do.
Well, I think they had gotten so spoiled when they had Tony on just thinking that, okay, we can win a Super Bowl with just an offense.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And then they finally realized, I think they looked back, I mean, they had plenty of time.
Tony was that good.
Tony was that good.
Tony was that good. You give me a bag of hobos and I'm going to take them. I'm going to do something with it.
Tony was so good. He would have the shittiest team in the world. He'd be, let's just say it'd be, what? Let's just say they'd be 4-6. They'd go play an undefeated team and Tony would beat them.
Yes.
I mean, you know, he'd get on and just beat them.
2 times in my exact memory that I can bring up is the Colts rolled in here at 10-0 or 11-0, we beat them. Another year, the Saints rolled in here at 9-0, we beat them.
Yeah.
That's what we do, bro.
That's what we do. But nonetheless, you know, so I think they got away from, you know, the defense, but now they realize the defense does win championships, and now we got that Doomsday D again, and that's what we had when we won them. And so I'm glad that they're going back to the basics, really, when it comes to winning a championship, which is deep. You got to have a defense.
Right.
And finally, we got an offense and a D, so I think everything's clicking, and Amari Cooper.
But I want to say the long and short of it, for me, on the Jason Garrett issue, is that he does what he needs to do. He's a walk-around head coach. He's not the offensive coordinator. He's not the defensive coordinator. He's a motivator of men.
Yeah.
And that's what we needed. He's like a Tom Landry type.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Tom Landry is far better. He made up the shotgun and the cover 2. But anyways.
Yeah. Hard to compare that, but we could call him a type. And the thing is, too, one thing I want to hit is, you know, I truly think that it will always reign over his head him not playing Tony in the playoffs if he doesn't win the championship. He's got to win a Super Bowl.
Oh, we're winning championship this year, bro.
Yeah, and I think we're going to. But I think that if he does not, that is the one that's going to always be over his head, is that he decided not to play Tony Romo in the playoffs when I think Tony could have got us there.
Yes.
When Tony, we finally had all the pieces to work. So, you know, and we've talked about that, so we'll move on.
Next topic.
Next topic, let's roll. All right, so let's talk about the Rangers real quick. We're going to slide
Yes.
in. We're going to come back to the Cowboys. You know we will.
I did want to mention them, yes.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So right off the bat, Adrian Beltre.
Oh, man.
Man, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Beltre.
Well, let's give him a slow clap, a golf clap.
You got to stand in. You got to stand up for this.
Help. I don't know if I can.
Yes, that's for you, Beltre. You deserve that.
Arguably one of the best players in Rangers history.
In history, yeah. And
I would say right up there with Josh Hamilton.
Yeah, you know, and you know, you deserve that, and you deserve much more, and we appreciate you and everything you've done for us. And,
thank you so much, Adrian Beltre. We love you.
You've been great, and you should have got, you know, 10 more Golden Gloves than you ever got.
Oh man, I used to love seeing that, and that ball would fire about 100 miles an hour off the bat. This motherfucker would catch it with his bare hand.
Dude,
fire it to first base.
Dude, his backhands too was cold. I mean, yeah, you hit one down the line, you wasn't getting it past Beltre, boy. Got you.
Yep.
Man, yeah, he was.
Where do you think Elvis and Rudy learned from?
Telling you, that's a blessing for them. Also, with the Rangers, we got Jeff Bannister. On September 21st, 2018, Mr. Bannister was let go.
They fired him.
He was the...
Fucking John Daniels, bro.
Tell you what, he was the head coach for how long?
About 3 years.
About 3
From
years.
15.
And he just didn't really have that much success, and we got rid of you, which hurt. I mean, and then he went...
Man, you was in the World Series with the...
Dodgers, right?
Yeah.
Did they win?
Nope. I was rooting for him, though.
That's crazy.
The only reason I was rooting for the Dodgers is because you was on their team.
Yeah, I remember now, like, yeah, they didn't win. But it was good.
Houston won that year.
Yeah.
The Houston sucks Astros.
That was a couple of good teams.
I don't give a damn how many championships they win. They're still our little brother.
Yeah, we don't like Houston, motherfuckers. All right, let's keep rolling. I mean, I like Houston, the city, and the people are great.
Yes.
But I'm just saying.
I don't like the Rockets or the Astros.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point I'm trying to make there. Yeah, I wanted to make that clear. Also, all right, so let's talk about our new manager, which is going to be Chris Woodward.
Yes.
So evidently he's a former baseball player. What did he play?
Was
it offensive or defensive? More guys.
I want to say infielder.
Infielder?
Yeah.
Okay, so evidently he played for the Blue Jays, the Mets, the Mariners, the Braves, and the Red Sox. Ended up with the Red Sox. I mean, I guess in the time he would have played, all those teams were actually pretty good, especially the Mariners, Braves, and Red Sox. So, you know, we got him. Let's see what he can do. We don't know much more about him other than that.
I've heard him speak a couple times in his opening press conference and a couple times since then. And what I gathered is he reminds me a lot of Jason Garrett, honestly. He, like, just very mellow-tone. We're not going to get too high. We're not going to get too low. We're just going to stay right in the middle. We're just going to keep on chugging along.
Exactly. And in baseball, that's a big deal. I mean, you got to stay focused and stay, and figure out what your team can do and then do it. And right now, I think
because there's so many games in baseball.
Exactly. And so the Rangers, they have where they're at now.
162.
They've got to figure out, Ryan, what they can do. You know what I mean? Like you know how the Cowboys had to figure out what type of team they were. Right? The Rangers got to figure out what type of team they are again. Because we were like when we had you and everything, we knew who we were.
I can tell you
now
this.
It's different.
I can tell you this, that we got a lot of young talent on the Rangers coming up. We got Rugi Odor. We got and Elvis now is a veteran leader. Now that Beltre's gone,
that's so crazy.
He's kind of like head honcho in charge. He's the alpha male kind of.
It's wild.
Then you got Ronald Guzman.
Wow.
Then you got Nomar Mazara.
Mm-hmm.
And you got this one guy who's been coming on the past Isaiah Counterfalefa. He's a badass.
Yep.
I'm just saying that I'm excited about our group of young guys moving forward, and we're going to do big things.
You're damn right. So, that's the Texas Rangers. That's that, and we're going to keep moving. One thing I wanted to hit, actually me and Ryan both wanted to hit, which this is big, which is, basically luck of the draw, and the Cowboys and the Mavericks, the Dallas Mavericks have come up with some really, really good draft picks. So basically, I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Ryan, hit him up, man. Who we talk about on this?
Well, first of all, my first question is I want to know what other teams. I'm sure that some other teams have done this, but for me, just now, in my eyes, the Dallas Cowboys drafted Leighton Vander Esch with their first round pick, number 19 overall in the 2017 draft.
Right.
And then the Dallas Mavericks, they actually drafted Trae Young, but there was a trade on draft day with Atlanta. Atlanta drafted Luka, and then we drafted Trae Young, and then we traded. But anyways, bottom line is,
damn good trade.
We got Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys know about Luka Doncic. He's a badass. I'll just leave it at that for now. And so is Leighton Vander Esch.
He's good.
And in my eyes, we drafted 2 Hall of Famers.
Yes, sir.
In the same year, in basketball and football. And my question just is, I wonder how many times any other city has done that. Like, I'm sure it's happened. Like, maybe Magic and somebody really badass got drafted to the Rams. Or maybe the same year as Kobe, somebody really got badass got drafted,
Yeah, that's a great question. And if there's anybody out there, because basically we just know our teams the most. If there's anybody out there, that has an idea on this, comment, let us know. We'll talk about it on the next show.
Yes,
we want to hit y'all with that little challenge right there.
Bottom line is, we drafted 2 Hall of Famers in the 2017 draft.
As long as they
their
stay
names
healthy.
are Leighton Vander Esch and Luka Doncic.
Yes, sir. And to see Vander Esch, out there.
He's so good, bro.
And Smith.
So good,
and
bro.
Smith.
Jalen Smith is finally coming along, bro.
Man.
2 years later.
Let's go ahead and get it. All right, so we already know that, so Vander Esch going to be in the game. Smith going to be in the game. Sean Lee is not going to play in this game.
He's not.
We were under the impression that there was a possibility he was going to play.
Yeah, I have been hearing about that, yes.
Now, we do know Sean Lee's going to get his starting job back when he gets back, rightfully so. But they're going to rotate.
Dude, I almost, at this point, I don't know. I don't want to take Leighton off the field.
That linebackers rotate in so much, man. Like, it's going to play itself out.
I mean, in my ideal world, I would like for all 3 of them to be on the field at the same time. Leighton, Jalen, and Sean.
Well, me too. And I think they're going to figure out a way to do that. I mean, of course. I mean, I think that's a no-brainer. And it's just our coaches thinking that. Will that work within our schemes? And when I said it'll play itself out, you know where I got that from? I got that from Nate the Great. Nate Newton was sitting with Daryl Moose Johnson.
Oh, two Hall of Famers.
2 Hall of Famers.
I think Nate's not a Hall of Famer, but in my eyes, he should be. 2
people that are in all Dallas Cowboys hearts, always and forever. And so, these people care about the Cowboys, and that's why, we care.
He's got 3 rings.
How many?
3.
Wait, not 1. Not 2. But 3 rings, motherfuckers. All right, so don't fuck with them motherfuckers right there. But so what they said, basically they just said that. They said, Sean Lee, rightfully so, gets his starting job back because he is that good. But their rotation, it's going to play itself out to where you won't even realize that.
See, Jerry came in on the radio the other day.
What they were saying, basically.
Jerry came on the radio the other day, and he said that as soon as Sean will have a start position.
I think rightfully so.
Yeah.
But you'll see, and I can't wait to talk about that when Sean Lee does come back. Well, so we'll talk about how that does play itself out.
There's so many aspects of this, bro.
And what a good problem to have.
Oh yeah, we could not have a better problem.
Where are we gonna put Sean Lee when he comes back? Oh man. You know.
And so Leighton Vander Esch, coming out of the combine, they say that coming out of the combine, his numbers paired up with the Brian Urlacher type.
Man, no, he's.
They said that they hadn't seen that, like, that's the type of numbers he had coming out of the combine with Brian Urlacher.
Man, that's crazy. And like, no, he's.
So here's what I tell everybody too, bro, is like, we got Brian Urlacher 2.0. Yeah. Except younger and faster and smarter.
You know what I think about?
Maybe not smarter, but younger and faster, definitely.
You know what I think about when I think about Van Dash is, you remember we had a show not too long ago, maybe a month or so ago, and I said, man, I had a dream. And in that dream, I had saw Van Der Esch, and it just reminded me of how he was going to be the future of the Cowboys. And shortly after, Sean Lee got injured, and the next thing you know, all this shit. And I think about that fucking dream, and us talking about that every time. You know what I mean? Like, the wolf, man, the fucking wolf.
Another thing about Leighton Vander Esch is if any of you out there haven't seen his story, you really need to go and check it out.
Yeah.
He came from a small town. He's a blue-collar guy.
Yep.
And for all you blue-collar guys out there who are just like Blake and myself, I really think that you will appreciate where he came from.
Most definitely. Let's keep it rolling now. I'm going to pop off real quick, and then we're going to hit the keys to the game versus the Eagles. I'm going to talk about a little bit of UFC.
Nice.
We just want to talk about something a little bit different.
Oh, yeah.
UFC had an event last night, and it was great. It was a really good UFC event, and the highlight or the main event was Max Holloway versus Brian Ortega. Now, Brian Ortega's an up-and-comer. If I'm not mistaken, he was undefeated, just whipping people's asses, bro. I mean, putting them hands on them.
I've heard of Brian Ortega.
No, I got real famous real quick. And next thing you know, he gets this title shot versus Max Holloway. Well, as far as I know, Max Holloway
so Max Holloway is the champ.
Is the champ at 145.
What is that, welterweight, flyweight?
Well, there's so many different weight classes. I'm not 100%. I just know he's the 145 champ. And now Dana wants him to go to 155.
Okay.
So that's where he's at. And so Max, as far as I know, hadn't fought in a year. So it's like everybody thinking this Brian Ortega guy that's hot on fire is going to come through and whip his ass,
Right. And he's the champ, though, and he hadn't fought?
And he's the champ, and I guess he hadn't fought in a year.
Well, it takes a long time to get a UFC match together.
Yep. And
what does it take, about 7 months usually?
I'm not sure. Maybe a few months, but maybe he was injured.
What would you say on average, though?
Probably 6 months.
Like, it takes a while. It's not like it happens overnight.
No. I mean, every once in a while. But no, it takes a little while, especially to get a big fight like that scheduled.
And plus, both guys got to train and shit.
Yeah, now Ortega, he'd been fighting. So that fight actually came together. It just must have been coming up like whoever was going to win this next fight was going to fight.
They were the number one contender.
Time frame was coming. And so it was like, I guess they were worried about Max Holloway having rust. Man, this fight was the definition of coming in and fighting the champ. Where it's a mind game to where it's like when you fight the champ's the champ. He's going to come in, he's going to tell you, I'm the champ.
The great Muhammad Ali.
Thank you.
The champ is here.
The champ is here. The champ is here. Woo! And that champ showed the fuck up. Hot damn, Max Holloway throwing them motherfucking things. I'm talking about fast as, he was on. He was on for it.
Spamming him.
Looked like he'd been fighting every single day. He had no year layoff. This cat been fighting underground or something.
Yeah.
He was on, Ryan. I'm talking about what? I mean,
nice.
Nice. He threw a right hand.
That's what I'm talking about.
He threw a right hand against this cat that was so fast. I literally retweeted and just put, damn, he's fast. Like, it was that fast.
Oh,
like,
Brian
Ortega's
love it.
No, he's just like, and then Brian Ortega's getting ready to set up like a throw, and he hit him in his jaw before Brian knew what happened. He hit him so hard, he goes, poof, and he backed up. And
I love it.
He shook his head and,
I love it.
And got back in. Like, that was a lick. And it was just that whole fight, bro.
It's like Viking style, bro.
I'm telling you, it was crazy. And, like, his whole eye had swelled up, and in the fourth round, they called it. They called the fight for a KO. And but really, it was just Ortega was just done. He was getting beat, and I don't think they want him. He's a future star. They're not wanting him to get beat.
Don't be tearing this motherfucker up too bad.
Yeah, but so that was that, and it was a great fight. So in the women's division, it was Valentina She's got a last name Valentina. Some they call her the Bullet Valentina versus Joanna Schwarzkis, whatever Joanna's last name is, and it was for the belt in that division. And actually. It was actually 50-50 on who was going to win because Joanna's really good. She's known for throwing them things. And Valentina, she's
Are they both strikers or what?
Yeah. And,
Okay.
And Valentina, as far as I know, Valentina came through, and I don't know.
I love it. I love it, bro. And especially in MMA, whenever you get striker v striker.
Yeah.
That's the best because they're just going to stand up and tag each other.
Yeah. And the word is how this fight went was Valentina was just that much faster.
Like, if you get a striker versus a grappler, it's somebody's going to have to figure out somebody's ball game.
Exactly. Yeah, somebody's going to wind up on the ground or somebody's going to wind up knocked out. That's
right.
How that would work.
Somebody's going to get locked up or knocked out.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
And in this one, no, evidently Valentina, she was just that much faster than her, and it was a decision, and she beat her in decision. I mean, it was just a clear decision. She beat her the whole fight.
Kind of a Mayweather type of gal.
There you go. Yeah. And so she beat her, and that's what happened with Valentina and Joanna. And, that was the most recent UFC. Now, let's get down to the Cowboys versus the Eagles. The 7-5 Cowboys.
About an hour and 25 minutes away right now.
25 minutes. We're counting the fucking minutes. And the 6-6 Eagles. Now, let's just say the Redskins right now are what? 6-6.
6-6.
And the Giants are 4-8.
4-8.
So, let's just say the Eagles drop a couple. Redskins drop a couple. Giants win a couple in a row.
Right.
They're right back in it. They in the wild card.
And peep this, next week, after tonight's game, after the Eagles play us here in a little while, next week they got to play the Rams.
No shit.
Yeah, and they're definitely losing to the Rams.
There's
not a doubt about it.
The rest of our schedule, who do we got?
We got, after the Eagles, we got the Colts, which I think is very winnable.
Yes, sir.
We got the Bucks, which I think is very winnable.
Yep.
We got the Giants, which I don't know about that one.
Well, we'll see. See, when we play the Giants, that's tough.
Here's what I'm thinking is because, the Giants, everybody in our division, Giants, Redskins, Eagles, they love to play spoilers on us.
Mm-hmm.
And they will this is their Super Bowl. They're not in the playoffs. So, only thing that every single man on their roster is thinking for that whole, probably right now, even right now, they know that they got the last game. They're like, we're going to beat the Dallas Cowboys. I don't give a fuck what else happens. We're going to beat the Dallas Cowboys.
You remember what?
That's what Giants are thinking.
You remember what should have been our 14-2 season, but turned out to be our 13-3 season? Do you remember why that was, Ryan?
We didn't play our starters in the last game.
And we lost to who?
Giants? No, Eagles.
The Eagles.
Yeah.
Fucking Eagles.
That was that game that Tony came in and threw one pass to Terrence Williams. Tony comes in, one play, one pass, 60 yards, one touchdown.
Crazy. Crazy.
That's amazing.
Tony was the fucking man.
Dude, he still is.
Yeah. I miss Tony.
God forbid if Dak were to ever go down, when you call up Tony.
Yeah, but it sucks that, just think about this, Ryan. It's been 2 years now since he's been retired.
Oh, I don't care.
I know, I'm just saying.
I don't care.
It sucks for me
He's
to
still
actually
the man.
realize that he's not going to come back no more. It's done.
Okay.
Now, I will tell you a rumor that will lighten your spirit.
All my hopes.
I'm so sorry. This is going to bring it back up.
I'm going to go sit in the shower, curl up in a fetal position and cry.
Hey, this is going to bring it back up. There's rumors that we're trying to coax Jason Witten coming back. I mean, we get that playoff squad.
Dude, do you know how good we would be right now if we had Jason Witten?
Dude,
we have all the pieces.
How could he say no if we go to the playoffs? How could he say no?
I don't know, man. We need you real bad, Jason. Please come back. Come back, baby. Please.
To have Cooper on out and then have Witten back? Oh, my God.
And so, man,
everybody
wants to talk shit about Jason Witten. He's slow, this, that, and the other. I don't give a damn. He catches the football.
Catches the ball and gets first down.
That's all that matters.
He's broken records.
You can be as slow as you want. If you know how to lean, and what is he, 6'5"? 6'6"?
He's a big boy, yeah.
Anyways, lean that big old body up against somebody, and you can be as slow as you want. Lean that big old body, lean back, and catch that ball. That's all it is to it. And it don't matter how athletic the cornerback or the safety is or whatever. You ain't getting around Jason Witten because he's strong, bro.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Tony Gonzalez when he got later.
Gonzalez.
Yes, sir. When he got later in his career, when he was a touchdown machine. But the reason was,
I would say that Tony's way more athletic than Jason.
Yeah, definitely.
Even in his later years.
Even in his later years. But my point was that he couldn't use his athleticism
Anymore.
in his later
Okay, I got
years. He used his brain. And
Yeah.
that's what Witten would do. That's
what
he
Witten
did.
does.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you can watch Witten in his first 5 years and know Witten just used brute strength.
Right.
But, you know, I mean, after his first, I'd say 5 to 8 years, you know what I mean?
Right.
Had to use his brain. And that's where he's at. And I think, but he can't, that's what I'm saying. He gets open to catch the ball because he knows what the defense is going to do.
And he uses leverage, bro.
Yeah.
Just like in anything, wrestling or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or fucking taekwondo or jiu-jitsu. He uses leverage.
Yep. You know, so Witten, come back. You know,
Please,
so,
sir, we need you back.
So let's talk about them hot boys, yeah, them hot boys, Everybody talking hot boys, them hot boys, yeah, them hot boys. Then I'm talking about the hey.
All right, so if you fans out there don't know exactly what my partner's talking about, he's talking about our defensive line, and they've acquired a name this year, and the name is the Hot Boys.
Thank you. And man, what a great name! It fits perfect. And you know what I like about that is it's just enough.
I could be wrong, but I think it's a D. Lawrence thing.
Dude, I love it because it shows if that is the case,
I think it's a D. Lawrence and Randy Gregory thing.
Shows they respect the old school and the real gangsters that had come out back in the day.
Right.
And nowadays, I don't want to get into that subject.
Right.
But nowadays things are just different.
Oh, don't get me down that road.
You know what I mean? Let's not go down that road. But let's just talk that. Please, yeah, respect the old school and come through and fucking be badass like they was and they are. So you know what I mean? I think that's one big thing about the Hot Boys is like, look, we the Hot Boys, all right. Who was the Hot Boys? You know? Who was the Hot Boys?
There was Lil Wayne and Juvenile and Young Buck.
Bro, some of the baddest motherfuckers out there. You know what I mean?
Rap gang?
They had Cash Money, man. They had everybody, and they were bad motherfuckers, and they were real. And that's the thing. That's the same thing with our defense. That, you know, same definition. Bad motherfuckers, and they're real. And what do you got to do? You got to be smash mouth. You got to be hard. You know, can't be no fucking pussy.
And here's the one deal: is so D. Lawrence has a chain. It says Hot Boys. And if you want to be a part of the Hot Boys on our defensive line, whatever guys may or may not come in,
yeah,
you have to get in a certain amount of sacks, whether it be 2 or 4 or whatever it is. And then if you get that amount of sacks in one game, you get a necklace.
You get a necklace. You're in the squad, baby. So yeah, and we got a squad. And if there was any defense that any player I would think would ever want to play on right now, it's the Dallas Cowboys. That's how hot they are, man.
I want to move to the secondary.
Let's move it. Let's go.
Just give me your thoughts on the secondary right now.
My thoughts on the secondary is surprising.
Oh,
I've been
yes.
surprised.
Yes,
I'm the
yes,
guy.
yes.
Look, I love my team, but when I see a flaw, I'm gonna call it out, hoping and praying somebody sees what I see and we fix it.
Right.
And they have. Like, I called him out. Ryan knows this. That's why he's asking me this, because I have called out our DBs. I called them all out and said, look, y'all are the final fucking piece. We got the defensive line. We got the fucking linebackers. Now it's time for y'all to step the fuck up.
We got the best 2 linebackers in the NFL, in my opinion.
And I was just tired of seeing us missing tackles and tired of seeing us not making plays. And guess what? The Dallas Cowboys have been making plays at safety and at cornerback, especially. Byron Jones killing it, and Wouzier and those guys killing it. But the safeties is the main 2 that I was worried about. And to see those guys coming through, Xavier Woods, to see
that's
Jeff
my
Heath.
guy.
Jeff Heath, you are finally having a good year.
Xavier Woods, that's my guy.
In my opinion, this is Jeff Heath's first good year.
I would say that last year was okay.
Off. I'd say okay.
Not great.
Not great. I say he's having a good, almost great year. If he can close it off the way he's been playing, right?
Dude,
Jeff Heath can have a great year.
Let me tell you this, Jeff Heath, I love you, bro. For the past couple, you have been laying the motherfucking wood.
Been laying the wood.
Woo!
But
I guarantee you don't want to come across the middle on Jeff Heath again. Take it one time, you ain't gonna do it again.
Yeah, but where you know where I got upset with him was that you throw the deep ball, you're gonna get right by it.
He's been burnt so many times.
Been burnt so many times.
I can't even count how many times.
If
I had to put a number on it, 53 times.
I can picture him
he's been burnt.
diving, he trying to catch him, trying to get him, but he just 1 foot away or 6 inches away from that. And it's like, man, I was just so tired of it. But you stepped it up. Thank you. And that's what I think about that, bro.
All right.
Would
you like to hear my thoughts on the secondary?
I do. That is what I want to hear.
Okay. Well, number 1, I think that we have the best defensive back in the league in Byron Jones. Best cornerback, or he could play safety and be the best safety.
I agree.
Number 2, I like how our young guys are coming along. Chidobe Awuzie. and Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis, he played the nickel last week against Saints. He got us the game-winning interception.
Crazy.
And then Anthony Brown, he's third or fourth year. And he kind of fell off. He kind of had a little bit of a sophomore slump past 2 years, but he's coming back around this year.
Right.
And he's playing good ball. Like, he was a lot of the reason why we won a couple of our last games, because he was playing hella defense on their wide receivers.
Damn.
And so was Chidobe.
It's a good thing that you recognize that and you're telling the people, because it's hard to see that sometimes, you know?
Right. Oh, yes.
You know, people are looking at our linebackers and our D-line. They're not looking at that, and we are. Because, you know, that's one thing. I mean, you were keying in.
Well, whenever you're a super fan, you know, you look and analyze and research and interrogate every single player of your entire football team, right?
It's true. And their
right? What's up?
Yeah. No, and their backup, and their backup's backup. I mean,
one more time.
You got to figure
that
out
was
the
soft.
depth.
One more time.
And the reason why we do that shit is because in the playoffs, you got to have depth. And we're a playoff team, and we're going to get there, and we've got the depth finally. And I think I would truly say there's one name. There's one name that turned this whole season around, Ryan, for the Dallas Cowboys. And what is that one name?
Amari Cooper.
Amari fucking Cooper. Without hesitation. This kid, he had no idea that question was coming. I can guarantee you that. And it was that fast. You see? Because he did. It was the final fucking piece.
And see,
you can't stop it. Sorry. Good luck. Either stop him or Zeke. Which
I'll
one?
let you get back on it real fast. A lot of people are mad that we traded a first-round pick for him. It's worth it if we get Super Bowl.
You damn right. Wait, no. I think the percentages on first-round draft pick wide receivers are very, very low on them going over 600 yards in a season.
Okay. Well, we weren't necessarily going to get a wide receiver.
True, but I'm just saying. I think.
Okay, I hear you.
You see what I'm saying? Overall, that was a steal.
It was.
Because let's just put him in the place of a first round wide receiver draft.
And see, we didn't even talk about this before the show, but I want to bring this up. The reason why we're so good at football right now, the Dallas Cowboys, is because we have a man by the name of Will McClay.
Yes, sir.
You know about him?
Yeah, I know about Will McClay. Thanks to you. I mean, no, Will McClay's the brain, man. He gets in there, and makes it happen.
Will McClay, I don't know how. Seriously, especially if we win a Super Bowl this year, somebody else is going to throw a lot of money at him and try to get him as their GM. Yeah. And so Will McClay is secretly the GM, even though Jerry technically still has the title.
Now, I did want to hit the people up with this, Ryan. This happened. This is some random shit. All right, so I called into a radio station last week, right? Okay, we're about to play the Saints. Okay. Everybody's saying Cowboys going to lose. Okay. Everybody.
Right.
Everybody.
Right. Of course I did. Everybody in the nation. Yeah, I got you.
I knew we were going to win.
Yeah.
Like, was I worried?
See, I was skeptical, bro. Like, everybody was asking. I'm about to let you get back to you real quick. Hold on. I was skeptical. Everybody was asking me all week. I was like,
yeah.
To me, I was just bringing up the facts. I was just like, they're a very high-powered offense. Yep. And I really couldn't say whether the Cows would win or lose. My thoughts on it was, we're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Now, you know how you brought up earlier, you said how the Colts came to town, and we beat the Colts, right?
That was Peyton Manning and the Colts, yes.
And you remember how you brought up how the Saints came to town, and we beat the Saints, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I want to bring this up. My point that I wanted to bring up, so I call in and I say this. I say, look, everybody's talking about we're going to lose, blah, blah, blah.
That, and the other.
Yeah, I said, what we got to do, and what we are going to do, is we're going to put Drew Brees in the dirt. We're going to put his face in the fucking dirt, and that's how you beat a quarterback like that. It's the only fucking way. And I said, you know how I know? He said, how do you know? I said, I know because when we beat the fucking Colts, what did we do? We put Peyton Manning's face in the dirt. It was like one of the first plays, and it shook him the whole game. The whole game. What did we do when we played Saints? At the end of the game, we got a huge sack from DeMarcus Ware. So it all goes back to rushing, having pressure on the fucking quarterback.
Another thing, though, is Cows, it seems like we get up for big games.
Yeah. Yeah.
But another thing, it seems like we get down for small games. Like, we play somebody who we think is real shitty. We're like...
we play them like
we're
that.
Like, on Saturday night, everybody's at the fucking bar. Like, fuck it, we're going to win.
Yeah. Oh, shit. 28-14, what happened? Tomorrow's
But for a big game, everybody's like, hey, don't go out tonight.
Yeah. So my point was, Ryan, so I called in and tell him, I'm like, look, this is what I want to talk about. I think, we're going to win, and I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. And I think, that's what's going to happen. We're going to rattle that quarterback. And so I'm waiting on hold, and I'm listening. Because you know how when you're waiting on hold,
You
And
listen
can-
to about
you
3 or
hear-
4 guys call. Oh, I've done it many times. I
Yeah.
know exactly what you're talking about.
And you can hear also, the radio hosts and shit.
Yeah, what he's talking about too. Yeah.
So people call in, blah, blah, and so right when I feel like I'm fixing to go on, I hear the radio host go, yeah, well, you know what? I'm tired of hearing people say that we're going to hit Drew Brees and that we're going to rattle him because his release is too fast.
Dude,
and
what?
that just ain't going to happen.
Hold on,
And
Wait,
then-
wait, was this a Dallas radio station?
This was the Universal, the 103.3.
I don't think I want to say that, buddy.
Oh, shit. But anyways, yeah, so I'm waiting on
We'll
hold.
just leave it at Disney.
Leave it at Disney. Shit. You just said Disney. Damn you.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. That's what Randy Galloway used.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard Randy Galloway. He's the best.
He is the best. Randy Galloway's the fucking bomb. Old
He
school
used to,
badass.
yeah, he used to write for the Fort Worth Star Telegram.
Yeah. So the whole point was I was right on the money on what was going to happen.
Mm.
And then they said they didn't want to. Basically, the radio host said, yeah, I'm tired of hearing what I was trying to say. That's not going to happen. And I never got to go on. And they never put me on. And then went to commercial. Yeah. Yeah. And I was right on the fucking money. So I wanted to say, whoever that was, and you're listening, I was right, motherfuckers. And I ain't never calling in again, motherfuckers. Fuck y'all.
And you were wrong.
You're damn right. And it's little motherfucking Stephen Jones and this motherfucker talking to you right now. God damn it. And that's exactly what we did. Did we not shake that motherfucker? We shook him.
We
had him shook.
We beat the
Woo!
dog shit out of him.
Them
bro.
hot boys had him shook, baby.
Woo!
And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do to the Eagles. We're going to come through. This is my keys to the game. I think our defense obviously is the key to the motherfucking game.
Okay.
Because I think our offense is going to click. But the defense, you got to go. Because the Eagles are going to come at you hard. Every one of them. I mean,
Every single play.
every one of
It's
them.
going to be a
every play.
dog fight. It's going to be a
Dog fight.
motherfucking war,
Mean. Y'all got to get mean, dirty, nasty
bro. Like,
here right
this
now.
is our Super
This
Bowl.
is it. This is our season.
This is our Super Bowl, and it's the Eagles
This is
Super
our
Bowl.
season.
Because if we win today,
There ain't no
we're
questions.
set.
No questions. We win today, we're set. Playoffs. Let's go.
Well, we still got to beat the Colts, but
You know what I mean?
Andrew
though?
Luck has been really good this year.
And you know what I mean, though. So, we lose today, it takes everything back, and it's just so much stress. Let's not do that. Let's go out there and play your goddamn hearts out. You will win. Do everything you can do to win the game. You will win. Do play your game, hot boys. Get hot. Hurt them. Hit them. Hit them hard. Hurt them hard. Woo, let's go.
My keys to the game are, number 1, Ezekiel Elliott.
Yes, sir.
Bro, I need for you to bust off about 161 on the ground and maybe another 70 through the air.
I'm thinking a couple TDs.
Yep. Well, definitely, I need 2 TDs on the ground, maybe two TDs through the air on some
Right.
slip screens.
Yep.
And then also, I need for Amari Cooper to at least get 75 yards and 1 touchdown.
Yep. Oh, he'll have more than that.
I need for Suafuela. How do you say his name? Zuafila.
Yeah.
I need for him to show up again like he's
Offensive
been doing.
lineman.
You know what? I want to give mad props to this guy. This
Yeah.
guy has showed up and fucking played his ass off, dude.
Tell the people who Zuafila is. I mean, we don't.
I don't really know that much about him. I can
Just
tell
them
you
what you do know.
I can tell you that he's been a journeyman. He's a veteran, maybe a 5-year veteran or something like that. I can tell you that this year we drafted Connor Williams in the 2nd round at UT, and he came in, started automatically.
Yeah.
And he's very good. He's very good technique, but he ain't strong enough yet. But then, so he got hurt, so we signed Suafila. How do you say?
Zuafila. Yeah.
Suafila.
You know it.
We signed Suafila, and then don't make me laugh. We signed Suafila, and then because Connor Williams was hurt, he came in. Now Connor Williams is healthy.
Now Connor Williams ain't got a job.
now Connor Williams can't get his job back because this motherfucker has been mauling guys for the past 3 or 4 games.
Well, that would be the last thing I'm going to hit on the offense is everything else will click if the offensive line is clicking. Now, we know Tyron Smith should play, and we hope he does. But I will tell you that his replacement is a man named
Cameron Fleming.
He's
a badass.
This man started in the Super Bowl for the Patriots. What was it, 2 years ago now?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. He started. Thank you, Cowboys, for getting him.
Whenever
Like,
you
y'all
told
stole
me-
his ass.
Whenever you told me that while ago, you know what my initial thought was,
What up?
and why it was that he did so good for us.
Yeah.
He ain't afraid of the bright lights.
Nah, yeah.
And see, when you play for the Dallas Cowboys, that's the brightest lights.
It is. In the whole league, you're right, 100%.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a whole different story if you play for the Browns
Yeah.
or the Jags
Yeah.
or the fucking Falcons. I don't give a fuck. when you play for the Dallas Cowboys,
Yes, sir.
that's a different story, bro.
Let me explain.
That's a different story, bro.
Let me explain to him real quick.
That's like playing for the Lakers.
It is. That's what I'm saying. Like, what he means by that is not only if you're winning is it the bright lights. If you're losing, you're still
It doesn't matter.
Bright
It doesn't.
lights. Just like, why are you losing?
Just like The Rock. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what your name is. The fucking Rock. Okay, if you smell, you want to say something? It doesn't matter. No, okay.
No, but it doesn't matter. Nothing matters except for playing for the Dallas Cowboys.
I tell you something. Me and Ryan was talking about. I want to share with the people. Like, it's just a funny conversation. The last thing we'll hit y'all with is we were talking about how we acquired Cameron Fleming.
Yes.
So our theory is
this is a goodie.
Our theory is
This is a goodie.
that Jerry calls up the owner of the Pats and it's like, yo, you remember 1992?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Well, hold on. Let me restart that. Yeah, this is Jerry Jones. Yeah. You remember 1992? Time to pay that back. We got his ass.
Yeah, I was thinking that. All right, so his name is Robert Kraft, and so
Right.
he calls up Robert. He's like, no, actually, Jerry doesn't even call him up. Jerry has people who do that for him.
Right.
And they call the Patriots, and they're like, Jerry Jones is requesting a meeting with Robert Kraft, and whatever, so on and so forth. They finally either get on the phone, or they probably get on the phone. He's like, listen here, Bobby, we need to talk. All right, so now they're sitting at dinner, and Jerry's like, look here, Bobby, you owe me one.
Yep.
Because, see, Jerry's a salesman. Jerry came from nothing.
Yes, he did.
He's a salesman. He was in the oil field. He knows how to sell a product.
Yeah.
He can sell a popsicle to an Eskimo.
Yeah. And it's like, we won't go all the way into it, but it was more like, you remember that strip club in 96? I tell you what, you better fucking give me Fleming or I'm gonna let that shit go. Jerry? Yeah. You got him.
Then Jerry's like, you don't even want me to mention Tijuana.
You would have never made it back to the States. I got you out in my private plane.
Remember I paid all them people off?
Paid them all off. And you want to sit here and tell me you ain't going to give me Cameron Fleming?
You know you owe me one.
You know you are. You know you are. How about them Cowboys? Woo!
Oh, man.
Let's go!
Man.
What you got?
Real quick,
Real
before
quick.
the end of this, Michael Irvin, have you seen that rant that he went off on? Right before, it was on the set of NFL Network.
Oh, all right. I'm sitting down for this.
It was on the set
I love
of
Mike. That's my boy. He's the
guy.
realist. He's
My
the
guy.
realist.
My
All right,
guy.
let's roll.
Anyways, it was on the set of NFL Network, and it was before the game,
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking about how the Cowboys gonna win. Then they went to him after the game. He couldn't handle it. He fucking exploded, bro. He was like, he's fucking screaming and shit, bro. He's like, how am I don't go? It was so crazy, bro. It's fucking amazing.
I love Mike.
And that's why we love Mike.
Yo,
Is it?
in the end, man, you know what's funny too? I wanted to hit this too was Emmitt Smith does not get the respect he deserves.
He
Who
does
has
not.
the most rushing yards of all fucking time?
Is it 18,700 something?
Who's got that record, Ryan? What's his name?
Emmitt Smith.
Number 22. How many rings does he have, Ryan?
3.
Wait, he don't got 1. He don't got 2. He got 3. Should have 4, but he had 3. Fuck. And man, give Emmitt Smith some respect and give Troy Aikman some respect. Because them was some bad boys. And everybody on them teams was bad.
Yeah, so whenever we went to play the Saints last week on Thursday Night Football, they had a deal.
I like that, yeah.
They had a deal to where both teams, it was like before the game, to where they just like went back and asked, like each individual Paler. I think I've had too many but S's. Anyway, each individual player.
Right.
About what they thought about like their position in the history of their franchise.
Right.
So Zeke was talking about Emmett. Dak was talking about Roger.
Right.
And then you had a whole bunch of defensive guys from the Saints talking about badass defensive guys who used to be on their side.
Right.
But my point of this whole thing is that Dak was just talking about Roger, and it was amazing. And then Zeke was talking about Emmett, and Zeke was just like, he was a beast. He was unstoppable.
Yeah.
And that reminds me a lot of Zeke.
Yeah. And I think that just tells me I think Dak really needs to look into Troy Aikman more. If he wasn't talking about him more. And I understand him talking about Roger, because Roger was great. And there was 4 years out of Roger's career that was taken because he decided to go serve.
Went to the Navy.
And protect me and you. He decided to go do that. So, yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, and you look at his stats, and his stats would have been so much. Oh, my God. But, you know what I mean? But
I would
Troy was awesome.
I would maybe more like for Dak to go back and watch footage of Warren Moon.
Yeah. And Tony. You'd stay on Tony.
Oh, yes, Tony. Mainly Tony.
Tony and Troy. Tony and Warren Moon. But Warren Moon was crazy awesome. It didn't matter who he played. He was one of those guys.
Yeah.
He was that quarterback. You could put on a team, put anybody around him, and he was still going to be Warren Moon.
Well,
and he didn't know what that means.
Warren Moon, he was both. He was a scrambler and the best pocket passer.
It was unreal.
He was like, okay.
I'm glad you brought up Warren Moon.
I don't have any options. Now I got to run.
Yeah.
But I'm going to check down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe go back again. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now I got to run.
Yep. And Warren Moon was the guy, too, that he could throw a ball 80 yards with his eyes closed.
Oh, bro! Flick of the wrist.
His eyes closed.
Flick of the wrist.
I mean, one of those guys that can
and that
throw the ball.
motherfucker sails 60 yards.
It's like, those people that can hit a baseball 500-600, feet.
Josh Hamilton?
Yeah. This is the guy who could throw a ball 100 yards.
Josh
Hamilton. You're just like, oh my God, who does that?
Josh Hamilton has never practiced a day in his life.
No.
He
gave him that bat in his hand and said, hey, hit the ball.
He's like, all right. He wakes up in the morning and hits home runs. That's what he does.
I mean, that's what he does, Fucking, all right, so.
He's like, weightlifting. What is that?
He's like, I mean, I eat meat.
He's like, I go deer hunting, but I think that's about the most of it.
Yeah, I mean, I eat steaks and it makes me strong,
He's like, I don't know. He's like, you guys want me to work out? Nah, man.
We're going to see Josh Hamilton one day. He's going to knock us both out. We're going to be like, oh, sorry,
God.
Josh.
Oh, God. No, he's not. I think we can take it together.
Well, maybe. Oh, my God. I think he'd throw a fucking, I don't know. Anyways, all right. So, last thing I want to hit, right?
No, we cannot. Okay.
No, I don't think we could.
Nope.
No.
I don't want to put that out there.
No. I think he'd probably break me.
He'd snap you in half and he would shatter my whole face.
Anyways, okay. Let's talk a positive here. All right, Cowboys, Eagles. What's today's date?
December 9th.
December
2018.
9th, 2018. We're playing basically for a playoff spot. What's the score? We've already talked about everything. What's the score?
Fuck.
End of the show. What's the score? Cowboys, Eagles, 7-5, 6-6. Rock and roll. We're playing at home.
10-0 Cows.
Woo! 10-0. Ah! All right, I'm going to go a little bit different. I'm going to say 27-17. 27-20. 27-20 Cowboys.
Let me tell you this whole week, I've been thinking that it was going to be a loss.
Yeah.
Until, like, the past couple days. Until I realized how good Leighton Vander is. And Jalen Smith.
Yeah.
Bro, no one can stop them.
But
There's nothing that you can do to stop them.
And this is something, too, is think about this.
And Byron Jones.
I love it. No, on the defense side, that's right. But on the offensive side, since we have had Amari Cooper, there's not been one team that can stop him. Not one. Nobody's been able to stop that duo, Dak to Cooper. It can't be stopped. He catches the ball.
Here's the ball. Here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing, and it's sad. Because whenever Dak had Dez, he didn't trust him like that.
Yeah, well, I think it was the age frame, bro.
Right. See, Tony and Dez had it.
They had it.
Tony knew, I can hum this motherfucker. It don't matter how many guys are on him. Dez is going to go up and get it.
Mm-hmm.
But see, Dak and Dez never had that.
Exactly.
But right now, Dak is developing that with Amari.
And nobody's been able to stop it so far.
And so, and the more that it happens, and the more passes he completes, and the more touchdowns Amari gets, it's only going to get more and more.
Getting better.
Dak is going to be like, I can throw it up here, even though he's double covered, and I know that Amari's going to go up and get it.
Yeah, and this goes back to the fact, and this is the last thing we'll leave you on, is...
We've said that like 9 times.
Yes, we have. Fuck it. Uncensored Sports Talk, bitches.
We don't have any rules.
We got no rules. Unscripted, uncensored, bitches. All right, so which is this?
We don't have a producer telling us.
Yeah. You got to do this. Nah. But basically, I mean, they just got to have a good game. They got to have a good game. They can't stop it. They keep progressing. You know, and I think that's the main key because it opens up everything for Zeke. Because Zeke's been opening up everything for everybody. But see, that's the thing too. That's what I was gonna say is there's been a lot of quarterbacks throughout the years of time that have been told they were good quarterbacks, but necessarily weren't. You know why? They had a number one receiver that was really great, a la Hopkins. Let's say Hopkins off Houston. That's just an example, you know, of how he can play with any quarterback and you can throw him the goddamn ball and he's gonna catch it. And it's going to make you look good.
I'm just going to shut up in the episode because I have so many ideas right now.
Dude, no, don't shut up. Bring it. No, straight up. Tell me, like, what you're thinking with that. Because that's what I'm saying is, like, Dak's never had that. And I think he's about to blow up in his numbers. His passing numbers are going to fucking...
Okay. Number one, whenever you bring up the Texans, I automatically think that... here's what I was going to say. Then I went back in my mind and I was like, no. But anyways, I was going to say that... Deshaun Watson was not that good of a quarterback. But then I went back in my mind and I realized that he played for Clemson and he beat Alabama.
Oh, he's a good quarterback.
He beat Alabama. You know how fucking hard that is to do?
Evidently it's really hard.
Yeah. No, Alabama wins every year. They're like the Patriots of college.
Well, see, you know, I'm big on more NFL than college, but I will tell you that he's the real deal, bro.
Dude, but Deshaun Watson played for Clemson and he had them in the top 4 2 years in a row.
Wow.
Or no, he had them in the national champ. 1 year he lost to Alabama. 1 year he beat them.
Wow. He lost and then came back and beat him?
Yeah.
That's a bad motherfucker.
I know. And see, I was going to sit here and talk shit about him, but then I was like, man, I can't. He's too good.
He's too good. I think that's a good cap, though, right there. So, yo, I got the Cowboys, 27-20 over the Eagles. Ryan got
10 zip.
10 zip. Got them hot boys getting hot.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're going to have to do is put that quarterback, we're going to have to hit him. We got to hit him. We got to put pressure on him. We got to hit him. We got to put his face in the dirt. Hurt him.
That's not a problem.
Hurt him. Hit him.
That's not a problem for me. In my view, what's going to happen? My main deal is that we have the 2 best quarterbacks in the linebackers in the league.
Yes, sir.
And, bro,
they're going to smash.
Jalen and Leighton.
The Smash Brothers. I will forever call them the Smash Brothers.
Oh, it's just like Mighty Ducks. Yo. It's just like Mighty Ducks.
It is. Thank you.
What's up?
Whoa. Oh. Oh. Yeah. And
Anyways,
I wish they were called the Bash Brothers, but still, the Smash Bros, man, that's them.
Leighton and
Jalen.
Leighton and Jalen.
They were blessed by God.
These guys.
Both these guys.
I'm sorry for every other quarterback in the league. It's unfortunate for you. It's unfortunate for you that Jalen and Leighton break down plays before you even know what you're doing. They know what you're doing before you know what you're doing.
And then if you got a backup plan, they're fast enough to get there, so watch the fuck out.
All right. I'm not just...
Yo, we're going to leave it at that.
Best linebackers in the league, Leighton and Jalen.
They're going to smash. That's the Smash Brothers right there, just like fucking Mighty Ducks. They finna kill it.
Bash
we're
Bros.
Going all the way through. The Bash Bros, the Smash Bros. We getting raw. We getting hot in this motherfucker. That's Uncensored Sports Talk. We love y'all. Thanks y'all for tuning in. We out. Let's give them 3 right quick.
Hold on, them Dallas Cowboys
coming straight on the top. Hey, talking about them boys, get the fuck out of the house. We them Dallas Cowboys coming straight from the south. And only bad motherfuckers know what we talking about. We them Dallas Cowboys. Hey,
at the south.
Hey, man, that's what's up. Let's go. Get it hot. Woo! Dallas Cowboys. Uncensored Sports Talk. Let's go.
We out this hoe.
Peace.